Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. In today's episode, we will learn about the city that was inverted. The city of Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam was known as Sodom. It was a popular city of Syria located in the province Homs. Sayyiduna Hud bin Haaraan bin Taarakh was the nephew of Sayyiduna Ibraheem alayhi salam. These people were the citizens of Babylon, a city situated in Iraq. But when Sayyiduna Ibraheem alayhi salam migrated to Palestine and Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam settled in Urdan, a city of Syria, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam with prophethood and sent him to the people of Sodom for their guidance. The town of the city of Sodom was very populated and full of greenery. Various varieties of fruits, crops and nuts were produced there in a massive quantity. Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam delivered a didactic sermon to them, warning them to refrain from committing the despicable act and said, He said to his nation, You commit the shameful acts which no one in the creation has ever done before you. You lustfully approach man while leaving the woman alone. Rather, you have transgressed the limits. Listening to the sermon of Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam, what his people said to him bluntly and shamelessly, see to it in the words of the Holy Quran. And his people had no answer except to say, Turn them out of your dwellings. These are people who wish purity. At last, when the transgression and sinfulness of the people of Lut exceeded all limits, the divine torment struck them. Sayyiduna Jibra alayhi salam descended from the heavens with a few angels along him. These angels went to Sayyiduna Lut alayhi salam as guests. These angels were in a guise of handsome and attractive boys. Observing the facial charms and physical beauty of the guest and considering the prevailing lustful conduct of the people, Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam became worried. After a short while, the evildoers besieged the home of Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam and started to climb the wall with the evil intention of fornication. Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam tried his best to prevent them from that evil and shameful act, but those immodest people did not restrain from their evil intentions. Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam became very sad and grieved upon that embarrassing situation in front of his guest. After witnessing this, Sayyiduna Jibra alayhi salam said, O Prophet of Allah, you don't worry at all. We are the angels sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who have come with a torment for these evil transgressors. Therefore leave this town and go far away before the advent of the morning along with the believers and your family members, and beware that no one should turn around and look towards this town, as the torment will also strike the viewers. Therefore Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam departed from the town along with the believers and his family members. Then Sayyiduna Jibra alayhi salam lifted one of the 5 towns of that city by his wings towards the skies, and after gaining some elevation, inverted these towns. Consequently, these towns smashed into small debris on striking with the ground. Then a rain of stone struck them, and stoning was so severe that all the people of Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam died, and their corpses also scattered around into pieces. Allah Azza wa Jal has mentioned this in the Holy Quran, and we rescued him and his family except his wife. She became of those who stayed behind. While the city was in the process of inversion, one of the wives of Sayyiduna Loot alayhi salam, whose name was Wa'ila and who was in fact a hypocrite and had affection for the evildoers, turned around and looked at the scene and exclaimed the grief, O my people! After saying these words, she stood there. Then a stone of divine torment also struck her, and she also died. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned this in the Holy Quran as followed. And we rescued him and his family except his wife. She became of those who stayed behind, and we sent down a rain of stones upon them. Therefore see what sort of fate befell upon the culprits. We come to know from this event that how heinous and severe sin Sodomy is, that due to this sin the towns of people of Lut were inverted and the sinners were killed by the torment of stones. Thus they were obliterated completely from the face of the earth.